Greetings, everyone. This is Chaplain Bruce Morrow, and this is your Muleskinner Word of the Day. Today's word is learning. Got a fun fact for you. The Guinness Book of World Records holder for oldest person to become a college grad goes to Shigemi Hirata, who at the age of 96 got their bachelor's degree. And I think it begins to beg the question of when do we start to see our perceived limitations as defining points for success or failure in our lives. So I want to talk to you about learning, because adopting a learner's mindset will allow us great potential for growth and to transform our understanding of frustrations in life. What do we need to know about ourselves in relationship to learning? Well, author, writer, and general guru of how people's brains work, Dr. Carol Dweck, wrote in her book, Mindset, that people generally fall into two categories: a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. People who have a fixed mindset see their capabilities as kind of like a hand of cards they've been dealt. It's all they have to work with. People who have a growth mindset see that what they don't have, they can acquire by learning and growing. So someone who had a fixed mindset might back away from a challenge that they perceive to be too difficult or have too high of an odds for failure because they don't have that skill set or they haven't been gifted in that area. People who have a growth mindset, though, would approach difficulty with intrigue and even failure because they know that it's an opportunity for them to progress in life. So my question for you is, where do you think that you fall in these two categories, and how can you start to move over towards that growth mindset? Even as a Christian chaplain, I believe that the Bible encourages Christians to be learners, to have that learning mindset. Psalm 25:5 says, "Lead me in your truth and teach me." So what would it look like in our lives if we started to move towards this learner's mindset? What could you do? Well, for instance, there's lots of formal options for education, like getting a college degree or taking a class, getting a certification. But there's also stuff available to you day to day, like listening to an informational podcast, reading a good book, maybe just engaging with a TED Talk or a webinar. I see areas for growth in a personal and a professional sphere. As a professional, we're encouraged to kind of go one up and one down. We can always learn in areas of what our leaders do and also understand what our subordinates are responsible for. In areas of personal growth, we can also challenge ourselves with hobbies, with areas even of frustration in our life. Instead of seeing it as a failure or a challenge, we can see it as an opportunity in an area that we need to learn in and grow in and hopefully overcome. Maybe it's relationships or finance, or maybe it's just challenges and something we would like to be able to do down the road. Whatever it may be, know that by being able to embrace a learner's mindset, you have a great potential for growth, and you can definitely transform your views of frustration in life. I'll thank you for the time. This is Muleskinner's Chaplain.